Hello there, we are Sunshine Vagabonds and we are here today to give you our Mardi Gras tips. And we have an expert with us. You haven't seen, well, maybe you saw her on one of our New Orleans videos. This is our local Mardi Gras expert, New Orleans expert, also our daughter. She works in New Orleans, been there for 100 years, and she's got a lot of tips for us.
100 years? You look good for 100 years.
Thank you, thank you.
That's one of her cats. All right, so first question is, when is Mardi Gras? I think a lot of people don't even understand what Mardi Gras actually is and when it is.
So this year, actual Mardi Gras Day falls on March 4th. It is always the Tuesday before Ash Wednesday. But Carnival season runs almost 8 weeks long and starts on January 6th this year. So it's a whole season of festivities, not just one day. If you want to be in the thick of it, I would say the 2 weeks leading up to Mardi Gras Day are pretty much nonstop parties, parades, festivals, all of that. So there will be parades for 8 weeks straight, but I would say if you really want to see the Mardi Gras, come 2 weeks leading up to Mardi Gras.
And where do you see the parades? A lot of people think it's on Bourbon Street.
It is not. They actually don't go on Bourbon Street. They start uptown in New Orleans. Most of them run down St. Charles Avenue and then make it to Canal Street and finish downtown New Orleans on Canal Street. So if you are staying in the quarter or want to be near Bourbon Street, you would watch them from Canal Street. If you want to be out of the chaos of the quarter, I would suggest watching them uptown.
So when we were there last year, we stayed and watched it from uptown, and I think it was a great place to watch it. It was more family oriented. It wasn't as crowded. Yeah, I thought it was a great place to watch it.
It's my favorite.
Floats.
It's floats, decorated floats, different crews. A crew is kind of the theme of each parade, and everyone is different, and they dress differently. Their throws, what they throw off of the floats, are different based on the crew and the name of the parade. But they're hours long. There's a lot of high school bands that participate and play in it, tons of dance crews and teams. Of course, the floats, some celebrities will pop up out there, but it's pretty much nonstop partying, dancing for hours. And the closer you get to Mardi Gras Day, the more parades roll back to back. So you could be out there on a Sunday from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. seeing multiple different parades roll by. So you can be out there as long as you want, as short as you want, but it is nonstop fun. And depending on where you set up and station yourself will depend on the kind of vibe that you surround yourself with. I also think it's important to note that the parades don't just throw beads. So don't go out there just expecting to get a bunch of beads. Every parade kind of has its own theme. Like I said, Mardi Gras Day, there's a parade called Zulu, one of the originals. They throw hand-painted coconuts if you're lucky enough to get one. There is a parade that throws toilet paper and toilet plungers. Parade that throws fanny packs. So everyone kind of has their own theme.
So is it difficult to get to the parades? Like, how do you recommend people get to them?
Yeah, so if you're going to New Orleans for Mardi Gras, first thing I suggest is download the Parade Tracker app. That's a real thing. And it will show you exactly where the parades are on the route, what time they start. Like, I would plan out your trip before you even go with what time all the parades are, which days you want to spend out on the route. There is something called getting stuck in the box, which you want to make sure you don't do. All the parades that roll uptown kind of create a box on their parade route, and if you get stuck inside, you can't get out until the parades are over, the roads are cleared and reopened. So you want to stay out of that area. And then just take into consideration what side of the road you park on if you're trying to get close. You're not going to get within 8 blocks of the route when you're trying to find parking. But I highly suggest using that app and just doing some research before you just go put your car somewhere. Ubers is an option. If you're staying for New Orleans too, if you're coming in town, I would suggest doing a lot of research on where you stay because it is hard to get around and there's a ton of people. So try and stay in a place where you don't have to travel too far. say Zulu. The parade that is Tuesday morning of Mardi Gras Day. I watch it down in the quarter. It's the one that I've been going to since I moved to New Orleans. It is a bunch of locals. The coconuts are awesome. That would be my favorite. But I love Endymion. That's the Mid-City parade that rolls the Saturday before Mardi Gras. Is in my neighborhood. So that's another super fun one for me too.
So what should I bring to the parade with me? Can I bring beer? Can I bring water?
Yeah, you can bring it all. The more prepared you are, the better. You can, New Orleans open container drinking, so you can drink out on the route. Way cheaper to bring your own drinks than to buy them the whole day. You can and should bring water. Stay hydrated. It's a marathon, not a race. So when I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna park myself for the day, bathrooms is a big one. Find a place with bathrooms. There's a lot of great places. You buy a drink, they give you tokens to use their bathroom. You can buy a pass and use the bathroom for the day, and they'll give you a wristband. There's, up on St. Charles, a lot of different churches that will do like porta potty stations that you can just pay a couple bucks and use when you want. The other thing I would bring out there, food and snacks. Something that you don't mind eating colds, buckets of fried chicken, very popular, great idea. Po' boy sandwiches, very easy.
Heck yeah.
Fill you up, taste delicious. Just any kind of like snacks that you would bring while you're out on the route. I always wear a fanny pack. Men or women, whatever. Wear something close to your body. There's a ton of people. You're all going to be touching each other, so if you don't want it stolen, wear it close to you. But in that, hand sanitizer, tissues, and a poncho are like 3 key things I never forget, and some cash in case you want to use those bathrooms. The parades don't stop when it's raining, only if it's dangerous conditions. So it's no fun to be out there soaking wet, so I always bring a poncho so that you can still stay out in your spot. And then tissues for the bathrooms. They always run out of toilet paper. Bring tissues, hand sanitizer.
You were saying how you get a lot of throws from the floats, like big things like coconuts, hats, and whatever. Mm-hmm. Where do you put all this stuff? So you should bring a trash bag. You should bring...
Yeah, or you catch a bag.
Oh, they throw bags.
People throw bags. So all of the beads come in these huge, y'all have one, bags. And that's actually like a well sought after throw that people get very excited about because they need somewhere to put their stuff. But I usually bring like a backpack or something with me when I go. Yeah. But pay attention to the throws. Like, these are real coconuts.
Yeah.
People throw real full bags of beads. It can get rowdy out there. So be paying attention. If you have your hands in the air, be expecting to catch something.
Yeah. Well, we are looking forward to doing our second Mardi Gras this year. But thank you so much for your tips. We greatly appreciate it. And do you have the name of that app for people to download?
Yes, it's the WDSU Parade Tracker.
And we will put the link in our video here somewhere. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. It's been fun.
Thanks for checking out our Mardi Gras Parade tips. Hey, if you're feeling generous or you liked what you saw, we'd love it if you hit that subscribe button below. And we'll leave you now with a little taste of Mardi Gras. Yeah.